cousin and I bought a bus. It is a 2000 International Bluebird. We got it at auction about, I'd say 3 weeks ago. This is going to be the first day of tear apart, remodel. So let's give you some backstory here. We are going to be making a large trip to Boulder, Colorado. We're living here in western Michigan, and we've got a group of friends that are going to be going along with us. So we decided, let's buy a school bus and get it redone entirely with a new inside to kind of, I guess, camp in style or just travel in style all the way to Colorado. So we've got big plans for this. It's going to be a lot of fun, hopefully. I'll be learning lots. I already am learning lots. She's a beauty. Let's see. So when we decided to actually get this, we went to a website called publicsurplus.com, and this bus here was over in Gull Lake, and we decided to bid on it. Surprisingly, we got it for a fairly decent deal compared to other buses that are on that site. We actually went out and checked it out to see if it ran good and all that. We talked to the mechanic and got his pointers and what he thought of it and everything else like that. So right now we've got 4 main steps to do. Step 1, get the seats out. Step 2, get the floor torn up to check the condition of the floor. From what we've read online, it's mainly a rubber coating top with plywood on the lower, and then below that's the actual metal bodied floor. So when we get to that point, we can assess and figure out if it's going to be all right. Maybe even do like a layer of rust converter if need be, and replace it all back once we're all done with it. We have a potential buyer for the seats, so we're going to try and keep them in one piece as best as possible. So we're going to try and avoid grinding bolts or nuts or whatever else to basically, hopefully, we can get them all loosened up. They were supposedly newly upholstered, so that might be a good indicator that they've already done a lot of work of breaking open those nut bolt combos without having to deal with all the rust issues that usually come with seats removal and stuff like that. We also want to get a nice fresh coat of paint. Laws on a lot of different states vary, but I would not doubt that we cannot have this color, yellow, orange, whatever you call it, on the roads. And it's not the color we want anyway. So we're gonna probably go with a black lower half, gray upper half. Like I said, it's not set in stone. We're gonna definitely do some deliberating what's gonna be the best route to go. Last thing is for myself to get a CDL. It's not less of the fact that. All right, so let me go back. We can change this into an RV title. Chances are we're going to change it into an RV title. Right now it's a commercial title. In that case, you would need a CDL to move it anywhere on public roads. You don't necessarily need that for an RV title. But I don't want to be the one in the driver's seat at any given point when the question arises, do you have a CDL? I'd much rather have it on hand along with the other documents that are necessary to make it as smooth as possible, because I do not want to be anywhere on that side of the law. So we're trying to be as legitimate as possible, keep the legality of it all. what else do we got? So for the whole CDL license, I'm going with a Group B, which deals with a large heavyweight vehicle like this one. And I'm doing a passenger's endorsement. Here in Michigan, we also need to do a chauffeur's license on top of the CDL, which, I mean, give or take, I'm doing a passenger's endorsement, but I'm not gonna complain or, well, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna go against the rules that are in place. So those are our four main things: seats, floor, paint, CDL. And so this is going to be the start of it. I've got a lovely boss at my awesome work here that has allowed us to use this wonderful heated garage for the weekend to do as much as possible. We have a temporary location as well outside of here to store it, but we also have a more permanent residence elsewhere in Lansing somewhere that will be its more permanent home when the time arises, after a lot of the changes have been made. So in the meantime, I'm going to start working on the seats, and I have my cousins and a few other friends that'll be arriving and joining in with doing as much work as possible to this beast. It is President's Day, or it'll be President's Day weekend, I'm sorry, and so we've got a large weekend ahead of us to get as much done as possible. Right now it is frigid cold outside, so we are going to get as much as possible done and out of here, because yeah, do not want to do that in the middle of winter out in the snow. So I'm just going to do a little tour on the bus and show you what we got.